Hi, my name's Dee, a professor of woo-woo, and welcome to Sunchild Tarot, and welcome to the, bit late as normal, my apologies, October reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, whatever area of your chart you're wanting to look at. If you're not familiar with your own birth chart, there's a link as ever in the description down below to get yourself one. You need your time and place of birth as well as your date. And there's also a link down there for the Facebook page for this channel. The important bit about that is if you are a follower of the channel, sign up there as well, and then there'll be two internet giants that won't be telling you when I publish videos. But obviously I share these things, but the important thing is there's an inbox there. So if you want to approach me for a personal reading, that's the way to do it. I will never approach you. Let's face it, it's YouTube. I've got no idea who you are. Apart from you, one would assume you've got Scorpio in your chart somewhere. Now, as a general reading rules apply. So roles can get reversed. I'm not sold on that idea always, but I can see occasions where it could happen. Timing is far from absolute. It's tarot. It's not a Swiss watchmaker. But the important thing with these is I would like you to ask a question beforehand. Take a moment. Think about all of the questions that are around you at the moment. Pay attention to that as well. Focus on one of them. But the reason I said be aware of all of them is because cards will answer what they want. And they may not have always the same sense of priority that you and I do. Also, there is a past and a present in this spread. So you'll be able to tell if the question is for you or if it's not. It's not a take what resonates. It's either take the lot or take none of it. And if it's not for you, go and watch your moon, go and watch your rising. Definitely always watch your rising sign. If you've only got time to watch one of them, watch your rising sign. So, yeah, that's all my waffle. That's all 2 minutes. I'm getting faster at this. So let me bring the cards up. Oh, well, I say my waffle, but I'm using the Spellcasters Tarot. I'm using the Angel Tarot from Bloodstone Studios. Well, Rockpool now do it. Oh, that doesn't show up very well, does it? I had the pleasure of interviewing Travis McHenry not so long ago. So, yeah, check that one out. It was a lot of fun interview. And then finally, I've always been a big believer that the art of divination is an art unto itself. Tarot is then something that you can divine from, as are tea leaves, crystal balls, entrails. I've never done entrails, but you know, whatever. So when I used to teach my tarot, I would say to my students, you can divine from cut out photographs from OK and Hello magazine if you want. I hope those are still going. Shows when I was teaching the course, doesn't it? And as long as you have a symbolic alphabet, like major and minor arcanas. And now I've gone past 3 minutes, so let's get to the reading. But yes, that was it. That's why I was saying this. I am using Heresy collectible card game cards for the final clarifier. You may have seen me do the Yu-Gi-Oh ones not so long ago. I've got other ones that I want to try, but these Heresy cards are just perfect for this. It was like a collectible card game from the 90s that I don't think it ever really took off, apart from, well, I know I lived in Preston. I was the only person who was interested in it. So I didn't really do the card game thing, but the cards are beautiful. You'll see them as the reading goes on. So let's crack on. So yeah, 3 minutes 52. That's not good. Right. What I'm seeing here, how you are feeling. We've got the Seven of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and Temperance. How can I move right now to protect, or no, is right now the right time to move to protect this that I want to protect? Queen of Pentacles, you're protecting something. And it's a grounded idea. It's a good idea. It's something that's useful. But there's also, what do I need to say in order to protect what I wish to protect? And what do I need to do which doesn't entirely sit well with who I consider myself to be. This is what I'm getting from this, because normally I would say Seven of Swords, it's a strategic move, or there's a thief in the night. Well, this is how you're feeling. You're feeling like that thief in the night. So it's almost like there's this cause that you have hitched your hitched your wagon to. That's the phrase, isn't it? That you've hitched your wagon to. And the cause itself, good reasons, great reasons, fantastic. This thing that you're wanting to protect, fantastic. That's all the right things. But I think that maybe you have a feeling that you may have to do the wrong thing to do the right thing, if that makes sense. You have to do something that, I'm not going as far as the end justifies the means, but that there's the odd white lie here, or obfuscation there, or that I can reveal this, but I best not reveal that. So yeah, there's elements of you being put into a position where you may be forced to tell some half-truths. Now we've got, for your energy, the second card here is the Devil with Samael. Now Samael, tread carefully, Scorpio, because we have the Devil here as the clarifying card right in the middle, and the Devil in the final outcome card. So, as you well know, if you follow this channel, I always like to clarify the Devil card with the Demon Possessed Tarot, again from Travis McHenry at Bloodstone Studios. You've heard me say it all before. It was so good to be able to actually interview him and talk to him. The guy is absolutely fascinating. Right, so things are taking off at the moment. Things are running at quite a fast pace. It's almost like, hang on a minute, how am I going to... I've got this feeling of you spinning plates. Do you know what I mean? Where you've got to concentrate on so many things all on the same time. But it's also like someone else is setting more plates spinning. So as you are, first you're looking after 3, then you're looking after 4, then you're looking after 6, then you're looking after 8. And it's doing very little, but cause you a lot of anxiety. And just be careful. Yeah, it's again, tread carefully, because you can get yourself trapped by this. You can get yourself trapped by all of the doing, and that the progress is happening. Yes, progress is happening. We have from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, we've got the Web Weaver, which is saying synchronicity is coming into play. You know, this is one of those destined moments coming up for you. Whatever it is about, this was something that you were supposed to go through. Now, how you go through it is the key. Now, this is followed with Sisters of the Seasons, which is, in a way, it's like an Empress card, or it's like Persephone returning from the underworld. It's spring has come, or winter has come, or whatever season is relevant for this thing that you are protecting. And don't worry if things seem to be going beyond your control, because one thing I want to say here, so you have support. We've got, from what Spirit is bringing in, Queen of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, and the Patron card from the Heresy card game. So you have support, you have been recognized, and you've been recognized by someone who can give you aid. But at the moment, you need to be working towards an element of that less is more, which would also explain the Seven of Swords card being here, because there's certain things that you want to cut away, or there's certain things that you want to steal away. Not steal as in you are taking possession of them, but steal as in you are removing them from the field of play and just shoving them in a cupboard somewhere, or just get rid. Because there's only so many plates you can spin all at one time, just to push that metaphor further. Now I've got the one, that's looking positive. The clarification for that final devil is looking very positive with the Nine of Cups, so we'll come back to that. Let's read these in order. Now, what I feel that you're hitting heads with, we have the Emperor, the Queen of Cups with Palia, which is all about redemption. So you are being told that what you are trying to protect, or what you are trying to accomplish, which I think is much the same thing, it's against established thought, isn't it? That's seriously, Scorpio. That is not the way that we do things here. And you're like, but, it needs to be done this way because, hello, can you not see that big, massive, Godzilla on the horizon thing coming? And I've got the distinct feeling of people around you going, yeah, but we're fine. We're absolutely fine. We don't have to worry about that. We're fine. We do this a certain way. We have always done this a certain way, and we will continue to do this certain way because this is who we are. But I think you need to challenge that somewhat and say, is it the way that you do things that is who you are? Or is it I'm going to the ends justifies the means again. That says, or is it the effects of our actions that define who we are? So just from drawing from those comments, it's almost, I rather see that to help these people be who they are, for you to protect the thing that you're wanting, and for you to not surge forward. There's plenty of surging forward. You are surging forward. The world's coming around and helping you surge forward. You do not need to worry about the surging forward bit. If anything, you need to just slow that down very, very slightly, so that you can just go, yes, we need to define what it is that we are taking charge of and what it is we are taking charge, what we are not taking charge of. Sort of what's in the contract, what's the responsibilities here, what are we trying to achieve? Because if you are trying to achieve a process, that's fine. These people can carry on what they're doing. But if they are trying to achieve a goal, I think that they will find that that process is no longer suitable for that goal because it's a new chaotic world around. Okay, Page of Cups, the Fool, and this wonderful Pillar of Fire card. So this is where I'm getting the chaotic environment, the Fool representing that, the world ain't the same anymore. The world you knew is finished. That was the last card on the last go-round of the Arcana, and now we're on a new one. This Page of Cups, it could mean that, I don't like saying this, but maybe you do need to be a little bit selfish here, Scorpio. Because the people who you are butting heads with, or this tradition that you are butting heads with, or this method of how you do things, it's really important for you to not allow that anxiety to take over everything. But at the same time, I want you to declare some of your own sovereignty here. So it's not that you are saying, no, I won't do that process because that process is wrong. I don't feel like that at all. The process was fine. It's just no longer fit for purpose. That's the phrase. It is no longer fit for purpose. Now, people around Seven of Swords again, look. And so we've got how other people are affecting you here. 10 of Swords, 7 of Swords, and the Black Angel. This enigmatic figure is often cited in the midst of strife among the fallen who seem to fear it, none know its true nature. There's harbingers around that could destroy some people around you, or... Now, when I say destroy, I'm not thinking like it's a stock crash and people are throwing themselves off of massive buildings. That's not what I'm thinking at all. When I say destroy, it is that 10 of Swords moment of things finally coming to an end. Think the tower being shaken down so that you can rebuild again. Or the 10 of Swords is that the death of something so you can move on to a new thing, a new incarnation. Something is complete. Now, the 7 of Swords here is represented by Manakel, who gives the knowledge of good and evil, appeases divine anger, and cures epilepsy. Now, that knowledge of good and evil seems important. It's almost as if that this previous process, it was fine. It didn't used to cross moral lines. But as we say, the world has changed. And now it seems that it does cross moral lines somewhere or another. And therefore needs once more to be reevaluated. Let's put it that way. Because with that... No, where was it? Yes, the 7 of Swords here. There's a disruptive influence that's come into maybe not your environment, but I would assume yours as well, but certainly into the environment of the others that are around you that are quite possibly representing the, no, this is the way it has always been done. So that crowd, they've got a disruptive element in them. And I will say that I think everybody in that circumstance is well aware of, I'm going to have to say the moral guidelines, the what is good, what is bad sort of thing. Now, this Anubis. Now, I have grabbed, where have I put it? Oh, it's down here. The Anubis Oracle. So, because otherwise I never get to use all the extra decks. But like if Isis turns up, I'll use the Isis Oracle. Anubis here, so we've got the Anubis Oracle. But here Anubis is seen as an arbiter of truth. Preservation, neutrality, and obligation. Yeah, that obligation point is interesting. Because whatever this process is, the end result is something that you have agreed to do, to perform, to accomplish. Like I said, use the... Okay, that card wants to come out. What we got? Khonshu with the moon. Again, that sort of... It's time now. Time is building. Energies are building. So we've got lunar energies, divine timing, and blood mysteries with Khonshu. Well, Khonsu here, but obviously being a Marvelite, I know him as Khonshu. And so this is... Looks like it's something that could have been an issue that's been hanging around for a while in the background. One of those things that, the board meeting's been going on for 3.5 hours. Shall we defer it to the next agenda? Shall we defer it to the next meeting? Well, tell you what, things are running okay as they are. Let's see if we can sort this out next year. And all of a sudden, no, you can't put it off any longer. I know Khonshu just flew out, but I want to actually shuffle for it. Okay, that wanted to bounce. And then we have Set with Shadow. Right. Not everything is as it seems. Like I say, there's a disruptive influence around. Now, with that Black Angel, I don't particularly think that disruptive influence is necessarily a bad thing. I don't, even with Set coming up and... I think it's one of those influences that on first glance looks like a bad thing, but really, long term, this is going to be a good thing that this discord has been created, that this interruption in the way things are normally done has been created, because there's quite a lot of teamwork that has brought you to this place. So this is indicating to me that there was a successful partnership that did feel like it was guided. It felt right. It had long-lasting effects, but it also had slow effects. It's like you would do something in January and see the effect in June or July. You would send a message away and it would be a while before it came back. I've got the image in my mind, like, like 1960s science fiction where the posh computer used to talk to whoever the cast was. Maybe I'm thinking like Lost in Space or something. Through like a little ticker tape coming out. Space 1999. That was another one. Had the little ticker tape coming out. It's almost like you've set the computer a question, and it might answer you tomorrow. It might be the day after. But there's this concept of there was a distance involved and a length of time involved between one communication and the next, and that worked okay. But what we're going into, which is a lot better. So yes, you should stick up for your idea of how to move forward. Yes, you should protect whatever it is that you are trying to protect, unless, of course, what you are trying to protect is simply the process. Because you may have considered yourself to be a certain person by using this process in life. Whether it's dealing with a client or whether it's dealing with family members or friends or a personal development thing, whatever. You were, no, whatever I was going to say is gone. But now yeah, that was it. If you are trying to protect this process, it's not the process that you want to be looking at protecting. That process, when it worked, helped make you a specific person, or helped make a group of you a specific being, a specific culture, a specific thing. And when I say culture, it could be a local identity or a business identity or whatever. Now, if you are to maintain that identity, then you have to change your process, because, as I say, the process is out of date. But there is insight coming your way. It's almost like you have to sit in between the choices. So yeah, I don't think you're going to have to tell half as many white lies as you're worried that you will have to tell. And you're going to have to make an effort to not do that, because these circumstances seem to be leading to, it could be so easily just to tell a white lie or to do something out of character for a greater good. Out of character, looking at the effect of an individual action, like telling a white lie or what have you. It's sort of like you need to guard your honor. And you need to guard whatever it is that you are protecting. If you have to do things that you feel personally uncomfortable with to protect it, that's not worth doing. There's a better way. And I do feel from some of this, especially we've got High Priestess, Six of Wands. There we go. A bit too much glare there. And the Eye and the Wind, which is very much a well, there's two things. One, I and this is nothing to do with the heresy meaning of the card, but I do see that element of support from a surprising place from a surprising angle. So again, with the eye in the wind, there's implications of distance with both that and the remote biodome card here. But whatever it was that was on was at a distance is coming closer. You know, whether that's a visit from the regional manager or the CEO or something, or whether it's some form of exchange, or maybe some form of woo-woo energies or interventions by some spiritual beings, whatever. But with this eye in the wind, something from a distance is coming to you, rather than you sending something to a distance, waiting and waiting, and then it returning. Now, whatever it was that is a distance is coming to you. And what these people, this opposition that you're receiving, because this is the way it's always been done, they're right. One, this is the way that it was always been done, and there was good reasons for it, and they did it in that fashion to uphold a certain standard of behavior, tradition, moral code, however you want to look at it, and they can still hold that same standard of behavior, tradition, or moral code, but by changing the process. And that, I think, your insight with this high priestess is something that suggests that by going for that in-between path, it's almost like, as the high priestess, you are setting yourself up as a watcher, a monitor. So whoever goes to Boaz and whoever goes to Joachim, that they proceed in an orderly fashion. So, and whatever these two choices are, I don't think you personally are taking either choice. You're just seeing that everybody is getting to their correct choice. I hope that means something to you, because it's very clear on these cards, and I don't know what that means. So hopefully comment down below if you understand that. You don't have to explain it to me, just go, yeah, I get it. So hopes and fears. I mean, oh my God, what are you taking on board here? What sort of new dream are you trying to push forward that is just going to be like this massive burden on you? But this it's offered a rebirth, because when I said it's going to destroy some people with that Ten of Swords, I was meaning like a tower destruction, i.e. one you can build back up from, one that reveals the solid foundations that you can work from, and also shows you what the hell's important. That's one thing. It was an interesting interpretation of the tarot, the tower card I heard the other day, about the people building the tower up to the sky had lost touch with what they felt, with what was truly important. And it was far more about, look at us building this tower. This tower's ace. We can make it bigger. Whereas the tower had been built as a place of sanctuary, as a place to store food safely, as a place to legislate from or deliberate on people's fates. And here you're like, what am I actually taking on board here? But I think with this Phantom Box card, it's rather implying that, yes, you are almost imposing a new dream, a new code, but it's like one level up. This, how things have always been done, that was process. That's one level. But there was a why it was being done like that, which is the next level up. And you are monitoring this next level up. And I think that you are able to keep this next level up. The why remains sacrosanct. So that implies the process, whatever it was, like I say, it's not working anymore. And the why isn't just that whatever this issue is that's being tackled needs doing, which it does, pretty obviously, because things that need doing have causes come and go. But there are certain problems that persist, and again, turn in a seasonal fashion. And they grow in strength and they fade in strength. Now, one thing we've got here, we've also got from the Enchanted Map Oracle, the Come Together card. Oh, glare's really bad, isn't it? I do apologise. I either look like I'm sat in shadow, or I look like this and I get the glare, or I can look orange if I turn the other electric lights on. So I don't like being orange. It's I know I'm wearing the orange, but you know, I don't like being orange. What I really like is, oh yes, right, I didn't see that. So the final outcome on this reading, we have the Devil, and in the Spellcaster Tarot, that's a pretty scary devil as devils go. But maybe it's just me, but I'm feeling a wonderful sense of joy with this card. You know, it's like the joy of when you go to watch a movie and say I want to go watch a Transformers movie. And I can't remember if this has happened yet or not, but let's just say I'm going to go watch a Transformers movie. And I've got hints of what might be in it, but then towards the end of it, ready for, you know, setting up the next movie, we see Unicron. And I would be like, oh, yes, it's Unicron. Just like I was with the Zack Snyder's Justice League version, and we saw Darkseid. You know, there's a thrill, this sense of yes, especially with in the future we are going on this Six of Wands vibe, this victory vibe, because that was clarified by the Nine of Cups. Now, this is represented in this deck by the Goetic spirit Forus. Helps one to be intelligent and long-lived, can recover lost items and find treasures. Teaches logic, ethics, and the value of herbs and stones. Now, on the logic and ethics, that's the bit where I say this process is no longer working. Logically, it worked in the context it was in, but logic now says the context it's in is different. So the process has to be different, because this is a process that believes itself to be good, but is somehow creating some form of damage. It's somehow creating some form of harm, and it needs to be changed. So this is a very work or political style reading, Scorpio. I mean, it doesn't have to be. This could be something that relates to your personal life. But whatever it is, the message is change the way that people are doing it. And you are getting to lead by example here, because you are being given the power and you're being recognized by an authority. Page of Wands, that again, surging ahead, good messages. And here, represented by Aerathel? I don't know. Is it th or is it t? One day I'm going to have to find that out. I think it's t. So, Aerathel. The preventing god, curiously, that name means. But I'm drawn to the Page of Wands aspect of it. So there's this new young torch that is being held aloft. And also this propagation of light. So Aerathel is about propagation of light, confounds the wicked and slanders. I'm sure Aerathel is not slandering people, so I think it's saying it's confounding the wicked and slanderers. Saves from enemies. There's something good coming at the end here, but it comes from you taking the lead, preserving the why, but changing the process. Because then we have from the Heresy deck, we've got followers of the new kingdom. So you will not be doing this alone. As I said, you will be working with a team, because we've got that come together card from the Enchanted Map. Interestingly, on the bottom of the decks, we have what I was saying about you surging forward, because everything around you is surging forward anyway. You will either keep up or you won't. Now, the way you can keep up and keep on the crest of that wave is slowly reducing what things that you are dealing with so that you can concentrate more speed on fewer things. So almost as if you've got a whole number of, say you've got 18 speed points, and rather than spending 3 points on 6 different things, you're now going to spend 6 points on 3 different things, and that moves forward faster. But if you try to look after the other 3, not a chance, you're going to fall flat on your face. So that there is that sense of reduction. But Knight of Wands here, followed by 8 of Swords, interestingly. So again, some of these formal limitations have been self-imposed, but you don't have to do that anymore. And then from the Angel Tarot, bottom of the deck, we've got Imamia representing judgment, God hidden in darkness, atonement of errors, destroys the power of enemies and humiliates them. But there's that transformation that, again, the 10 of Swords. So it looks like you're going to be going through... Now, I don't want to say that you're going through a total transformation. I don't think you are. I think your public persona is going through a transformation because you are finally standing up to say, okay, we've done it this way for so long. Now we look at why we're doing it, and that will tell us why we need to change how we are doing it. And anything else here? Well, there isn't anything else here. I've used all the cards up, but if there was anything else here, it would probably just be repeating that same message. So, Scorpio, as I say, tread carefully. Don't betray the why. You can betray the how within reason, but do not betray the why. Do not betray the why you are doing things. Keep those highest reasons there. And having those highest reasons will, when you're in that 7 of Swords moment, or moments, because there's going to be more than one, you can ask yourself the question, am I still being true to who I am if I do this? And if the why is intact and the consequences of your actions are not creating any harm, then yes, you can do that. You can say that. And you can maybe tell the odd white lie, but anything that sticks in your throat, don't do it. Use it as an excuse to go, well, I should really say this, or I should really keep this quiet, but hang on a minute, this is wrong. This is sticking in my throat. Why are we doing this? We're doing this because of these reasons. How is doing this one action for those reasons nowadays, really? So there you go. There's the fuel for you, Scorpio. So if it means anything to you, comment down below. But yeah, tread carefully. But this could be highly profitable for you in some way. I don't mean profitable money-wise. I mean time well spent or effort well spent. So, like, share, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff, and see you soon. Cheers. Go watch your moon and your rising now.